Hey everyone! I haven't posted a video in a while. And that's what happens when you're an artist and you just... I don't know. I'm working on an animatic though, so it'll be coming shortly. But for right now, I am... As you can see, you clicked on the video, I'm doing a drawing prompt where I get 3 words from a random word generator, which I couldn't seem to pull up on the screen, and then make characters out of them. This was actually really fun. The first one was eye, water, and bun. So what I decided to do is I made a Cyclops, and I gave her a bun. And I made her have water powers. Now, my first thought was try not to make her look too much like Sapphire from Steven Universe, because that's not good. We don't want it to copy anything. I seem to run into a lot of issues like that, like not making characters and stealing things from other shows. I also realized that the dress that I drew for this Cyclops Magic Water Girl was a lot like Star Butterflies, and so I don't really know where these were just in my head. When I think like, I don't know, like I think water, I think like elegant, kind of almost ballerina type girl. So what I did was I gave her that dress that pops out like that, just kind of straight, like you can't see it right now, but yeah, see. And I added on the bottom, the rim of the dress, I added waves, so it was kind of like the ocean, like water. I was having a little difficulty with the hands here, but you know, who doesn't? I don't know if you could see, but I made the shoes, they were kind of lined across as if they were a different texture. Still having difficulties with the hands here. My intention was to make them kind of look like seaweed, because I thought that was a cute little idea. Like this little girl, and I don't know how old she is, she's a Cyclops girl, and she's got seaweed. So we haven't gotten to the coloring yet, but what I plan to do is I added green, because I wanted her color scheme to be resemblance of water, but also maybe murky waters and seaweed. So what I'm doing here is trying to understand how proportions work, because it was a struggle. I really didn't know how to do this for a while, and it was just not fun. So I eventually erased the legs and redid them because something wasn't right, something wasn't adding up. So I had to make her legs, put them in more, because they were very long, and normal legs shouldn't be that long unless you're like got really long legs or something, but like proportions, you know what I mean. So I also shrunk her head a little bit because her forehead was like super big. I was like, if her eye is her whole forehead, her forehead doesn't need to be huge. She's got one eye, so it like covers the whole forehead area. So I blocked in the area with one color, so I can put a clipping layer above it and color those, whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I could color it with the locked layer, and it would make it easier to color. So I decided to go with kind of a blue tone, as I said before, because water. I made her eye a little lighter than her hair, which you'll see in a little second. I had a struggle because I didn't want to throw pink in there if there was no other pink, so I ended up going with like a purplish blue, because yeah, that's right, because I wanted to look like the foam in the ocean, like the waves. That's the look I was going for. Like, she's very like wavy. That's also what I did with her hair. I made it like very curly, looking almost like waves, which is the same design I did on the rim of her dress. And that was fun. I tried to design a wave on her dress, but I didn't really know how to draw one, so it kind of just looks like a conch shell, but that's okay, because it's still part of the ocean, so that's okay. Yeah, I was doing a little cell shading here, and I think it was looking pretty cool. My style lately has been a mix of cell shading and the blending shading, which is, I really like the 2 brushes I use the most on Fire Alpaca are the pen brush for line art, and then the pen brush bigger when I fill stuff in, And then the watercolor brush is what I used to blend. I always like making the lips and like the blush of the face very like very accentuated. I didn't know how to say that word. So what I also like to do when I do whites, I like to shade in with blue because it gives it more of a depth than if you used grays, and it gives it more color. What I did with the line art here is I used complementary colors on each. So for the blue area, I used orange as the complementary for the line art, so it would kind of pop more. And for the green, I did the opposite with the complementary colors. But yeah, so I just wanted to make it look, I don't know, like I wanted to pop more. I don't usually do that with my stuff, but you know, when you're drawing Cyclops girls, you're gonna experiment with your art. So here's me trying to figure out how to draw water, because that was a tough one. I always struggle. Whenever I draw lapis lazuli, that's, you know, it's a struggle. I'm putting all of my 3 people, I'm gonna make 3 people. I'm putting them all on one page, and I'll show you the picture at the end. Maybe it's in the thumbnail. I don't know what I'm doing yet. So this next one was not cheese and feather. I immediately thought of this, like this man from, I'm not quite sure how to describe him, like that era of time where it was like, I think maybe, I'm not sure what era of time, but you know, with like all the fancy dudes with the suits and like the stopwatches. I don't know why do I not know what time era that is? I'll put it in post because I cannot think of that right now. But you know, like I gave him a mustache, and I wanted to kind of present him as like a cheese connoisseur, and that's what I was going with. Like he has the rope holding the cheese, and he's kind of like inspecting the cheese. Like the cheese, you're gonna see the cheese fumes in a second, like it's very stinky cheese, but he's kind of inspecting it. He's like, that's interesting cheese. Once again, I'm having struggles with the hands, but I wanted him to like almost look like he's kind of like a detective, but for cheese. Like he's a cheese connoisseur. That's what I was going for. And after I started, I'm still having trouble with the hands. I didn't really know what colors to go with for him. I know that I was giving him very fluffy hair, and I knew that I was giving a mustache. I knew that I gave him suit and pants. I put the feather in his hat, which was really fun to do. I've never drawn a feather before. I drew the lines in his hair and his mustache. I made his head way too big, so I had to fix that. But my color scheme for him was like very, I don't know, it was, I didn't know what to do, so I gave him, you'll see it in a second, I gave him darker skin and almost black purple hair and mustache, and so I gave him a purple hat with yellow, and purple and yellow are complementary colors. And this isn't an art tutorial or anything, but using complementary colors really helps your art pop. So I used purple and yellow, and they really contrasted each other, and it just, I really like how this one looks. But I put yellow in because, as I was saying, he's like a cheese connoisseur, and I felt like him holding a piece of cheese didn't really convey that he was a cheese connoisseur. So maybe he wears his yellow suit and he'll walk into whatever establishment that he needs to, or anybody who calls him, I guess. Well, I don't know if anybody who, you know, puts an ad in the newspaper or something, anybody who needs him there. Am I thinking of the 20s? I don't know. I'm not really sure. But, you know, one of those time areas. But you see how I did the yellow, and I did different shades of yellow because an all yellow suit. While I was thinking of this design, I was kind of laughing to myself because I've only ever seen a suit that yellow, and it's on that one McCree skin that I hate. It's so ugly because it's so yellow. But I decided to incorporate that because it showed a little cheesiness, no pun intended, but I wanted to convey that he's not just holding cheese, you know, it's like part of his outfit. It's part of him. So maybe if somebody saw him walking down the street, it's like, hey, it's that cheese guy, you know, the cheese guy. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun with this, turning down the opacity and using the fumes or whatever, and I got a little lazy with the coloring, so I decided to do just cell shading with a purple overlay with the multiply layer, which was really fun. This is all really fun. I keep saying it's really fun, but it's so much fun. This is like so much fun. I was just doing a little editing to shading. I forgot my signature blush. Yeah, I mean, that's really it for this one. I merged all the layers and added it to the other one with the girls. You guys should leave in the comments down below, what do you think their names are? Or, I don't, because I didn't name them, I just drew them. It was really fun drawing them. Here's, this one was so fun too. They were all so fun! You guys should also leave in the comments if you want to see more of this stuff. And, yeah, because that would be nice to get some feedback, because I've never done something like this before on my channel, but it's really, I like it a lot. So what I was doing for this one, the words were milk, berry, and sofa, and I was like, I don't really know how I would convey a sofa other than having her sit in a sofa. So I had a berry girl, a strawberry girl, her head is a strawberry. Also, I'm now realizing that I did not give her seeds in her head. So she's just really red. I hope, oh man. Well, I did my best. I forgot about the strawberry seeds, whatever. So I gave her that floof on her head to represent the, you know, like the little leaves that strawberries have. And I was gonna draw at this point of the video I was getting tired, so I was forgetting lots of things, but I was going to draw a milk jug on her shirt to be like one of those like got milk things, because she likes to drink milk. And the way I was conveying the milk part of that was that she's super strong, and she's got all these muscles, and she's, yeah, there, I'm drawing it, there, I was about to say, a little dumbbell. She's super strong, and she's working out because she drinks so much milk, and she's such a strong berry girl. So she's this little strawberry, well, she's not little, she's just like muscly. And I decided to give her this cute little dress of like white neutral tones. I did green obviously for the leaves, and then her outfit, I went with like whites, and I made her eyes pink because she's a strawberry. But I made her, oh, that's when I clicked the wrong layer. Her outfit is like a very white and light pinks, very neutral tones, but it's like, they're like gray, they're not really neutral, but they're like grayer versions of those colors. I sound like I'm an artist, but I'm not. I used that because I wanted it to, the only way I was really conveying the milk was that she was just really strong, but I thought if maybe get some of that milk aesthetic just on her shirt, because maybe like strawberry milk and normal milk. And that's me coloring in the sofa. And, that's it. This was me trying to figure, I'm so bad at backgrounds, let me tell you. I mean, I'm just, blending colors is wild. But, thanks for watching. I've never done one of these before, so leave a comment, and if you want to see more, then cool. Thanks for sticking around for 13 minutes. Alright, peace out.